Hello, hello. We are back. The House and Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence again tonight. I'm trying to think if there was anything that I wanted to start out with. I guess Happy New Year. If you missed our New Year's stream, hopefully this new year is treating you well. I have a feeling it might be a hard year for some of us, so we're just gonna keep going. All right. If you're new, my name is Kels, and you'll be hearing a lot of me. Let's recap and then just get into it. All right, 2.5 years later, Morgana took to praying for dead folk she collected for her graveyard, shunning everyone outside of the brothel and roasting Jacopo, as he deserves to be roasted. I'm sorry, she's correct for that. She started putting his ointment on the wound from his peacekeeper training and expressed concern for him in a roundabout way by dissing him compared to Gratian. He was enraptured by her singing voice and asked why she doesn't call him by name, and she reveals that she doesn't want to attach to a place she plans to leave. Internally, Morgana acknowledged how much generosity she's received and how she's gotten more accepting of the prostitutes in Jacopo. An energetic girl named Jaren showed up, annoyed Morgana into hitting her, and got hired by Maria. Jaren's carnivorous tastes triggered Morgana's trauma of the forced cannibalism. She's open to the idea of someone replacing the Lord and dropped hints of her unique upbringing from another land that Jacopo might descend from. Morgana is baffled by how creepy Jaren is when she tried to spoon her and contrasted their personalities and backgrounds. She flashed back to Barnier, making her shed blood for a fake show of saving a dying slave, not caring if she's really got miracle blood as long as the blood banquets are fun for him. Then she heard a voice question if her motive to keep calling herself Daughter of God is altruism or pride. Jaren got popular everywhere, and Morgana started to avoid her. Sharon knocked on Jacopo's door to ask for repair supplies and drinks. She's sticking around despite having performing talent and having saved up enough to pay her debts off because she likes the people, and he asked about her tragic past that she's disturbingly upbeat about. She is very upbeat about all of that. She wanted to bring everyone to the Midsummer Festival and needled him about bringing Morgana. All right, let's just get into it. I think so. Let's see. We are 2.5 years, just past 2.5 years in. And I think this only lasts 4 years if I remember the original House in Fata Morgana. But I could be wrong. So I don't know, like, are we close to the end? Are we not close to the end? Obviously, Jacopo's got to do a lot of shit. But I kind of assumed it was a little, like, more spread out. The fact that nothing happens in 2.5 years still kind of makes me question. All right, let's load up. All right, Jaren leaving. Excuse me? No, absolutely not. You could at least pretend to consider the offer. It's not even worth dignifying with an act. Why would you even think inviting me was a good idea anyway? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. There's no harm in changing things up once in a while. Give yourself a little break from spending every day in this depressing little graveyard. The very prospect of attending a festival is considerably more depressing. Come on, it could be fun. Don't dismiss it without... Look at my face. Surely you're not so foolish as to not realize it would mean exposing myself, my face, to heavens knows how many strangers. I'm very curious. Does this mean that no one ever sees her at the brothel? Like, other than the prostitutes that come in? Like, did none of the customers ever see her? Because, like, I guess we got Jaren's reaction. But, I mean, I feel like... I don't know when syphilis really came around, but I feel like we've got to be around that time period, right? There we go. Morgana over here like, are you asking me out on a date? That's offensive. It is. You're right. I'm not. There'll be so many people there, and everyone will be caught up in the festivities. No one's going to bother stopping to scrutinize some random girl's face. Yeah, I mean, Morgana is a person who keeps to herself a lot, but the fact that no one ever sees her, like, does she just stay in that room that they all sleep in during it? Like, they never even see her in the background? I'd say you're likely to get significantly less attention in such a crowd. Like they say, the best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. Of course, I don't think you should be afraid to go out any day, festival or not. As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to hide your face at all. That's easy for you to say. That's not my intention. I understand how significant an issue it is for you. But this festival is a once a year thing, and where is this even coming from anyway? What possessed you to suddenly ask me to the festival? Well, you know, I don't know. Uh, it was Sharon's idea. It, what? Sharon's idea? She dropped by this morning, and after making quite the racket, she brought up the upcoming festival. So, you're saying you're inviting me because Sharon asked you to? Well, I mean, the biggest reason is because you weren't in any condition to participate in an event like this the last couple years. So I wanted you to experience it this year. Enough, please. This is all for Sharon, isn't it? What? She's concerned because I haven't been speaking with her much lately, right? Well, yeah, she is, but that's not why I. Okay, I'll go. Okay, well, that changed her mind very quickly. But okay. I mean, I'm sure that having a horribly disfigured child staring at you when you do it is a big turnoff and bad for business. So, but I mean, some of these prostitutes get awful diseases. So, and this is just a child in the background. I don't know. Really? Yes, for Sharon. I feel guilty knowing I've caused her so much distress. I'm dead weight at the brothel as it is. The last thing I want is to make things even worse by being a source of worry. Oh. So I will go to the festival. Uh, Morgana, I don't think anyone wants you to go out of some sense of obligation. If that's all, then go. You're done applying the ointment, aren't you? Morgana, please, go. What's gotten into you? Why are you so upset? I'm not upset. Now please, go away. I beg to differ. Okay, I'll leave. Just remember, the festival's there for you to enjoy it, alright? I'll remind you when the day draws closer. I definitely went about that the wrong way, huh? Well, that's about normal for Jacopo, so. I hoped her mood would improve by the time the festival came around, but unsurprisingly, my hopes weren't enough to change anything and Morgana remained distant. She had always been a sullen, aloof girl, but when she was really upset, she completely closed herself off. Day after awkward day crawled by, and I soon began to wonder if inviting her had been a mistake. But after all that, I couldn't just march up to her and say, "Never mind, we're not going." So I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week until the day the Midsummer Festival commenced. Oh, I'm sure, like, it's gotta be that same feeling, like that kid that got asked out by their crush and found out it was only because of a dare. Like, I think, yeah, he just went around it the wrong way. But also, it was weird for him to do it anyways. So, it was kind of lose-lose situation. Midsummer, the celebration of the Nativity of John the Baptist, was an event observed across the land on or around the summer solstice. In our city, festivities lasted for roughly 10 days. A large bonfire burned in the square, vendors set up stalls selling food and trinkets, and girls wore crowns made of flowers, dancing in a parade down the streets while onlookers whistled and clapped. The sheer vivacity that permeated the city was enough to make one forget about the Lord's venom coursing through it. Or perhaps that was the goal. An excuse to let loose and slip free of the Lord's iron grip, if only momentarily. We walked down the city's main street, observing the excitement unfolding around us. Our group was only 4 large. The other girls either split off into their own parties, or decided they would rather take the time to sleep. It had been some time since I had last left the slums and visited the city proper. We weren't prohibited from entering the city, but wandering around in grimy rags only invited dirty looks, so most tended to avoid it. Nobody was eager to charge headfirst into a den of prejudice. But that all went away when festival time came around. Everyone was too busy enjoying themselves to go around condemning us for our appearance. Ah, it's a festival! We're at a festival! A real-life festival! Look, Morgs, look, we're really at a festival! Settle down. I heard you the first time. And I do have eyes, you know. Settle down? But it's a festival. The whole point is to make noise and get wound up and go crazy. If you make that much noise, you'll draw attention to us. No worries. Everybody's doing it. We'll fit right in. Still. It looks like they're giving out flower crowns over there. Let's go get some, Morgs. Come on. I have no interest in... Let go of me. Wait, stop pulling. By all means, have fun, but try not to get separated. They seem to be getting along just fine. Jaren was telling me how Morgana was being distant, but it looks like she might have been reading too much into it. Wait, Jaren said that? So I take it you didn't know either? Yeah, I had no idea, actually. Now there's something you don't see every day. You're always the first one to catch on to any sort of friction between the girls. Yeah, I kind of stuck both of them off of my peripheral since neither of them are prone to causing much trouble. So I haven't been watching Jaren or Morgana very closely. Damn, I really need to pay more attention, huh? I should have noticed if they had a falling out. Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't need to feel responsible for everything that goes on in there just because you've got seniority. What, you worried about me? Think of it more as a warning. Which, generally speaking, one gives because they're concerned. You know, it'd do wonders for what people thought about you if you could just find the stones to say, yeah, I am, instead of blowing smoke every time. And if I were to say that, yes, I was worried about you, you'd have no hesitation saying exactly what you thought, that it made you want to hurl. Am I that easy to read? I love these two. Easier than you know. Hold on a sec. If Sharon and Morgana weren't talking, I assume she's not the one who invited her to come then. Nope, that was me. Did you really? Well, color me shocked. Both that you would ask a girl out and that Morgana would agree. She taken a liking to you or something? Though I guess that wouldn't be too much of a surprise with how much time you spend looking after her. Well, actually, she had a slightly different reason for agreeing to come. Oh? Oh, boy! Those crowds are crazy! So you weren't able to get any flower crowns? Nah, Morgs threw a huge fit before we could get there. Said she'd rather go swimming in a latrine than wear flowers. Huh? I never said any such thing. Not in those words, maybe, but you were objecting at least that much. What on earth did she say then? Yes, I objected, but only because the crowds were so bad we couldn't have gotten through. Oh, that's all? Can't say I'm surprised. You are both on the small side. Crowds this size could easily wash you away. It looks like Dad, Mom, and the two kids. I love this. There we go. I don't want to be too nitty to you, but you react poorly to every other approach I take. Look, sometimes you've just got to do the dance, right? And interesting, so the nativity of John the Baptist is celebrated on June 24th, so somewhere around then. Makes sense. Well, pardon me for being so small. I never said it was a bad thing. I'm sensing a lot more animosity between him and Morgana than her and Jaren. In that case, we can have Jackie go get them instead. A fine idea. Girls dig a man who knows how to step up and take the initiative. Yeah, girls love a guy who will be a pack mule. Be proactive. Don't think I missed that, Juke. Oh, Jacopo, you're such a hunk. And remember, one for each of us. Good grief. Okay, fine, you win. I'll get them, so drop the obnoxious flattery act before I spew chunks. 2 is fine. I don't need one. It is a festival, you know. You should wear something with a little more color for once. Change things up from your usual dreary garb. No, bad, Jackie. 0 out of 10. No girl wants to be ordered around like that. Yeah, seriously. At least have some sense and say something like, you would look absolutely positively gorgeous with a crown of flowers to accentuate your beautiful hair. I love it. It's so corny, I can taste it. Just make sure you top it off with, but flowers can never compare to your natural beauty. If you so much as utter a single syllable, I swear I will despise you for all eternity. To be fair, Morgana, you do. I'm going to guess not because he says this, so. Never in 1,000 years. Christ, 3 flower crowns coming right up. And stay right where I can find you, okay? See ya, darling. That man is putty in their hands. Maria knows how to play him. Do those girls ever get tired of heckling me? The answer is no. They were right about the crowds, though. I don't understand how so many people can care so much about a few free flowers. Though I suppose when you're in a festive mood, frivolities tend to seem all the more attractive. Hey, watch where you're going! Hey, are you okay? I didn't think I bumped you that hard. I'm fine. I'm just feeling slightly under the weather today. Then what are you doing at a festival of all things? Need a hand? No, but thank you. What a curious woman. I get the impression she didn't want anyone to see her face either. And she looked rather well off at that, from what I can make out beneath her robes. A noble, perhaps? Nah, it couldn't have been. Oh, right, no time to stand around here and muse. Yeah, I am going to assume that's the woman who tries to pass him off as the heir. That's my guess as well. I think we're right. And of course Maria enforces tsundere as the default mode of conversation for everyone. It's Maria. She always has to be on the front foot at all times. I'm so sorry. I just gave out the very last one. You can't be serious. If only you had been here a few minutes sooner, you could have gotten some too. Damn it, if I hadn't been sidetracked by that woman. Thanks anyway, and sorry for wasting your time. Hold up just a sec. Huh? I'm all out of crowns, but I do have one spare flower you can have. I was saving it for myself, but I'm in a charitable mood. Are you sure? It was meant for you. You're allowed to keep it. You looked like you were really counting on getting those crowns, though. Oh, no, hardly. Why would anyone care so much about a few flowers anyway? Don't play dumb with me. They were gonna be for your sweetheart, right? Now you're being delusional. Don't be bashful. Take it. I'm rooting for you. Aw. Bye. Enjoy the festival. Thank you. I suppose it's better to come back with something, rather than get my ears chewed off from both sides. Well, at least Morgana's gonna get a flower. There he is! I'm counting exactly 0 crowns. So you weren't able to get any either? I showed up 3 seconds too late. They were all out. That's a bummer, but what you gonna do? You say free and everyone comes running. No, you gotta hit him with something a little more girly. Whoop. They are real pretty. I can see why everyone would want them. You already blew your chance. And speaking of blowing it, Jacopo, we sent you out on one little errand, and you can't even manage to pull that off. Worthless grunt. Now who needs a lesson in acting like a girl? Oh, I'm so sorry, Jacopo. Thank you so much for going out there in the big, scary crowds just for us. I am gagging from the sheer volume of bullshit erupting from your mouth. Hear me out, though. While I may not have been able to get the crowns you asked for, I was able to acquire an exclusive, one-of-a-kind flower. There you go, Jacopo, sell it. Not so worthless now, am I? Thank you, flower girl whose name I never got. Yeah, not feeling it. If you were 3, maybe I'd be proud of you. Then go get your own goddamn flowers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax. It is a nice flower, very pretty. And you never know, it might even look better in someone's hair than a crown. I don't know, there's still only one. You're never going to stop complaining, are you? Not complaining, just wondering who you're going to give it to. Oh. Shit, that is a problem. Oh my god, he didn't even think about that. This man is hopeless, and I love pathetic men. Right. Then I'll give it to... Oh my god, do we get to make a decision? We get to decide. Okay. Eats the flower. That is apparently an option, not entirely eating it. But do we want to give it to Morgana, Maria, Jaren, or do we want to keep it? It's mine. Save. I don't know where that saves to. Oh, that's a quick save. I don't know. Again, I don't know where that saves to. All right. Who do you want to start with? Because I assume you're going to want to go through all of these. I didn't realize we were going to get choices. We've not gotten choices in, what is this, stream number 4? I feel like we got more choices in the last game. All right, who do we want to start with? Let's watch them all in this order. Maria, Sharon, me, and Morgana. Okay, so we'll start with Maria then. Huh? Why me? Consider it my thanks for everything you do for me, I guess. Oh. Could you have had any more limp of a reaction? No, it's just... What do you have to gain from giving it to me? Pardon? Why would I need to have something to gain? You're hopeless. You've got both Jaren and Morgana here. Go after one of them, you thick lout. What was that? You heard nothing. I gotta ask, though. You fall for me or something? Maria, I always fall for you every single time we play this game, so... Excuse me? Have you lost your damn mind? We've been over this. We're friends, nothing more. Sure, but that was more than 2 years ago. A lot can change in a couple years. Well, that's not changing in 1,000 years. Good to know. Though if you ever do find yourself drooling over this hot bod, let me know. I'll kick you to the curb so fast your head'll be spinning. It's a shame you have to be such a huge asshole because you don't actually look half bad. You want to say that again, you little fuck? I just mean, you're not even a consideration, so perish the thought. Doesn't make how you put it any less irritating. The point is, there's no hidden meaning behind the flower. Wear it, burn it, eat it, whatever you please. I'm not that hungry. But, alright, I'll accept it. Next time, put a little more thought into your pick, alright? Put a little more thought into it? How would that affect anything? You are so dense, it probably won't. This is my thanks for giving her a gift. Alright. So there was Maria. There we go. I would never reciprocate, of course, but it's still advantageous for me if you are in love with me. Look, at the very least, for Maria, it's a ego boost. So, girl knows what she wants. Alright, let's do Jaren next. Really? Can I really have it? Of course you can. I'm giving it to you. It was your idea to get the crowns in the first place, so you clearly wanted flowers the most. I mean, yeah, I did. But are you really, really, really sure I can have it? Why do you keep asking? I'm giving it to you. Yes, you can have it. Then don't mind if I do. Wait, I have a flower! And right into the hair it goes. Wait. What's the matter? There are so many people here. If I put it in my hair, I'm afraid it might come out and I'll lose it. And then even if I can find it, it'll be a trampled mess. If that happens, it happens. No big deal. The flower merely serves as a prop to add to the festival spirit. It's meaningless if you don't wear it now.
I think I want to bring it back with me instead. It's a memento of my first festival with you, Jackie. No way I'm going to risk losing it.
Well, it is yours. Do with it as you please.
I'd like to pay you back somehow. Is there anything you want, Jackie? I'll give you anything except fame, fortune, power, or property.
Nothing's coming to mind. I didn't give it to you expecting anything in return, so don't worry about it.
I want to do something for you, though. How about this? For one day, I'll be your property, completely and wholly yours.
Girl, it's a flower. Don't call yourself property. You're not an object. Besides, that's hardly a fair exchange for a single flower.
You think?
I don't need anything in return, okay? Just take it and let's all move on.
Aye, aye. Moving on.
A little quieter, though, if you wouldn't mind.
Thanks a bunch for the flower, Jackie. It means a lot.
She's so cute. I love her. All right, so that was Sharon. I think our next one is us. We're going to keep the flower. The music just makes me want to dance. All right, it's mine.
The hell are you doing?
What? What on earth just happened? Some unseen force compelled my hand to put the flower in my own hair.
Whew, looking good, Jackie. We've been friends for like a decade now, but there are some things about a guy you just don't want to know, no matter how long you've known him.
But, whoa, wait. This isn't what it looks like.
In what way?
I watched you put the flower in your own hair. It wasn't my own doing. I must have been possessed by some kind of evil spirit.
I hope the foul fiend drags you down to hell with it.
Hey, quit trying to damn my soul, you.
I think you look fabulous myself. And now I've got a new friend to go shopping for cute clothes with. We can get dressed up and do each other's hair. It'll be fun.
No, for the love of all that is holy. No, don't you run with this. Please, I swear, just listen to me. Oh, hey. Well, if it ain't Jacopo and the girls. Gratian? Please don't just stare at me like that. A straight mocking would hurt so much less. Fancy seeing y'all here. At least acknowledge me.
Let's just all pretend we didn't see anything. How about we check out the stalls and get something to eat?
I'm fine with that. Yes, pretend it never happened. Guess I'll keep the flower for myself. Nobody's gonna want to take it after that.
Meat, let's gobble down kebabs till we burst.
Sorry to burst your bubble, kid, but everyone selling meat's packed up for the day. Seems a bit early to close shop. Short on supplies. All ran out this morning. And this is just day one. Who knows how bad it'll get the rest of the festival.
No, not the meat. Anything but the meat. Let me guess. Everyone's all out of meat because you ate it all, beefcake.
God, I fucking wish I had. Also, I have a name, you know?
I always use nicknames for my friends. No exceptions.
Oh, well, in that case... Are you really okay with her calling you that, Gratian? I would have expected them to stock up on supplies in anticipation of the higher demand during the festival. I bet they tried, but the damned lord's leeching everything up he can. Leeching up everything he can get his grimy hands on. You'd think the bastard would have learned his lesson 2 years ago, but nah, it's just been getting worse. God, this whole city needs to get off its lazy ass and tell the lord they ain't gonna stand for his shit. I doubt many people are interested in risking execution to express their discontent. I can't tell if this is still part of the same ending or not. The number of hangings has risen significantly of late. He seems to be purging any dissenters he can find. Don't you think it's high time we got started, Jacopo? Started on what? What do you think? Our second uprising? Lower your damn voice, you oaf. There's no telling who might be listening. They'd have to be standing right next to us to hear anything in all this noise. The way I see it, we're safer talking here out in the open than having secret meetings. I'm gonna go back and reload for Morgana's because I think we're getting into the next point. I can't imagine that they're doing all of this plot line talk in a skippable ending. There we go. Jacopo accidentally sipping some Respect Women juice while trying to water flowers. Alright, we're gonna finally give it to Morgana. Look, Gracian should know the touch of a man. That's all I'll say about the subject.
Pick someone else. At least feign interest. Why would you think I would be interested in a flower when I already told you I didn't want a crown?
A single flower won't make you stick out as much as a whole crown, so I don't see what the problem is.
Why are you so desperate to get me wearing a flower?
Excuse me? How am I being desperate?
Can you think of a better word to describe your stubborn insistence? A flower would clash horribly with my face anyway. Or are you trying to turn me into a laughing stock?
You really need to do something about that cynicism. As I've told you several times already, no one cares how you look. They're too distracted.
I am not being cynical. You're a cold-hearted monster if you believe I can simply turn off my anxiety about my appearance.
Fair. You don't have to put it in your hair. If you'd prefer, you can just carry it with you. But I'd like it to go to good use.
Then give it to Maria or Sharon.
Don't give it to Maria. She makes fun of me. I swear, it's like I'm arguing with a brick wall. Okay, let's try this again. We haven't talked much recently. So think of this as... Just take it, please. I look like an oaf waving this damn thing around.
Stop trying to shove it into my hands.
Okay, there. It's all yours now. Don't you dare throw it away either.
What on earth is his problem? Is there any help in that guy, like, at all? Now you understand how he can spend so much time in a brothel and still be single, don't you? Yep, he's completely hopeless. Alright, looks like the crowds have thinned out a bit. Following the parade, I guess? Then how about we go check out the stalls and get some grub?
We meet! Okay, there we go. So here's the conversation with Gratian. Okay. Oh, hello, Gratian. What do you mean they backed up for the day? We get to have a normal conversation this time. Alright, exactly that. All ran out this morning. This is just day one. Not the meat. Finding out that Gratian is named Beefcake. Alright. Number of hangings has risen significantly of late. He seems to be purging any dissenters he can find. Okay, yeah. Started on our second uprising. Okay. Did you hear anything I just said? It's getting less safe every day. Exactly. Thank you, chat. If only Gratian came earlier so we could get him the flower. Look, I'm still going for this slow burn thing. Enemies to lovers, 75,000 words. We could do it. We're pretty damn organized if I do say so myself. Our numbers are growing and I'm making sure everyone knows their way around a sword. Instead of just giving him a little kick in the bullocks like last time, I say we go all out and start a revolution. Rip the sick fuck down from his bloody throne. A revolution? What do you say? I think we can pull it off. He's right. We probably could. No, that's not a good idea right now. And why the hell not? What, you're not flaking on us now, are ya? But what happens if we succeed? Assuming we can dethrone the Lord, what's next? What if whoever takes his place is equally as avaricious? I can read. That's a big word for Elmo. Anyone will be better than who we got now. That leaves too much to chance. And even if his successor is more reasonable, we'd still be executed for treason. So you're saying we sit on our thumbs and deal with it? If
only we could find a noble to join our cause. Someone as flagrantly, LSNRs are so hard for me, contemptuous as him, is bound to have made a few enemies among the upper class. Having the nobility involved would certainly give us more of a leg to stand on. Hey, how about you guys just let it go already?
Why?
You're not going to find any nobles willing to stand up to the Lord. They say he murdered the previous Lord, as well as anyone who opposed them, their families, and their associates. No one's going to side with a bunch of plebes. The smart thing to do would be to shut up and suck it up. The Lord's not immortal. He'll die of something eventually, so you don't need to stick your necks out just to hurry the process.
You can't be serious. Wait for him to die? With things as bad as they are? Food's getting more scarce by the day, and people are getting executed left and right just because the Lord doesn't like what they're saying. This city's not going to last for more than another few years. And everyone in the slums will either be dead or run off way before then. Can't imagine that'll be good for business.
Well, but still, it's not something a bunch of slum rats could ever hope to pull off. You've got your heads in the clouds. Just because you can dream it doesn't mean you can do it. Don't be a bunch of idiots, okay? God, would you listen to this broad? Every last one of them, I swear, I can't deal with it. Always so concerned with protecting their own skin.
Well, excuse me. I'm about done dealing with you and your suicidal fantasies, too. You want to take this out back, little bitch? Whoa. Gratian, I was on, Team Gratian, but you're rude to Maria, and I'm sorry, I'm out. I'm turning my chair back around, or whatever you do in the voice. Calm down, both of you.
We can continue this conversation at the pub.
I still don't think it's a good idea to do it somewhere so public. Alright, fine. But let me tell you one thing. We're gonna have to do something, and damn soon. Even if it is a suicide mission. Anyway, I should probably get going. Don't want to be the fifth wheel on your group date. What? Does this look like a date to you? You're damn friggin' right it does. You got a girl on each arm and one to spare. Might have misjudged you, kid. I'm simply here as a representative of the brothel to ensure none of our employees find themselves in any harm. That's horseshit, and we both know it. You don't have to be shy around me, bro. You want to bang 3 girls at once? Good on you. One of those is a child. I swear to God, Gratian. A man's got to be able to pull his weight both in and out of bed. I would never treat my friends with such disrespect. And if I were so crass, I would not be fit to assist with the brothel's operations. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're kidding, right? Not in the slightest. Dude. Are you training to be a monk or what? That's not it. Aha, I've got it. You're lacking in the size department downstairs. I'm so sorry, oh. Hey, the fuck was that for? Sorry, my fist appears to have a mind of its own. Yeah, well, mine's have a mind to make it taste dirt. Oh, it is now? Well, by all means. I'll be happy to take your spot as number 1. Fat chance, asshole. Oh my god.
All men are idiots. Utter fools. You said it.
This world does want Jacopo to be a harem anime protagonist. He's having absolutely none of it, but, you know, he's just trying his best. They just keep throwing hot girls at him. Unfortunately, they also threw a small child at him, so...
Ooh, I hear music from down there. And then there are people dancing around a big fire. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Beefcake. Quit rolling around in the mud and let's go dance.
Alright, I'll let you off the hook. But only because Jaren asked. And I'd rather not snap my number 2 in half. Were you even paying attention, you blind oaf? I was 3 seconds from popping your damn shoulder right out of its socket. And these guys think that they can do a revolution? Like, plan an actual revolution? Y'all can't figure out how to, be at a festival together. I don't. Oh my god. Okay, stop. Time. Fists down. You can grope each other all you want at the pub. Music started, so it's dancing time. Down to the square with you.
Come on, let's get moving. You two, Morgs. You can go on without me. Morgs, we'll never find you again in this crowd. Come on, let loose a little. Have fun. It's a festival. Anywhere but there. Please. There are too many people here already. It will only be worse at the center of the square. So, please go on. You know, now that I think about it, we can dance just fine right here. What? No need to go down to the square. I'm a genius. Yeah, good point. What's important is that we have fun and make a lot of noise, not where we do it. I guess not everything that comes out of your mouth is hot air, Sharon. Why, thank you, boss.
That wasn't really a compliment.
Wait, well, no, you don't. You can barely even hear the music from here. This is no place for dancing. You should all just go down.
What, you need some music? No problem. I'll go snag a barrel. I can bang out a funky beat for all ya. You need more than just a beat to dance to, though. There should be some actual music.
He's exactly right. So you can all go down to the...
Give me a sec. I'll go find some kind of instrument. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Borrow my loot? Absolutely not. I will not allow a filthy rat like yourself to lay one finger... Don't hurt me, please. Okay, you can have it. But promise me you'll take very good care of it. Be extremely gentle, okay? Don't bang it around or be rough with the strings, okay? A kindly troubadour lent me his lute. You know, sometimes I forget you're as much of a thug as the gorilla over there.
Oh, let's dance. Hold hands, everyone. I really have no interest in dancing, so if you would please leave me out. All set here. Hit it, boys. Whee! Wait, stop pulling my arms.
Are we just all spinning around in a circle?
The whole world's spinning. Why do I feel like you're getting faster?
We're just getting warmed up, girl.
Faster, faster, faster. Choo. But please stop spinning. That's what I'm talking about. Are you having fun, Morgs? I don't even know where I am right now.
You don't get enough exercise. Gotta give your body a good workout every once in a while.
I'm having the time of my life. You're always having the time of your life.
She sure is. Come on, Sharon, crank it up another couple notches.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Slow down, please. I know I told you to speed up, but this is a bit much. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Whoa.
Okay, seriously, this is a bit much. We're going too fast. I don't know how to stop.
Well, figure something out. Yipes, we're on a crash course for that wall. Stop spinning. Whatever it takes, make us stop. Stop.
Shit.
Well, that was fun. And they're all down for the count. Never in my life have I seen a mere dance take such a disastrous turn. So, what are we gonna do with them?
What do you think? Shit.
What? What's wrong? A string snapped. I will agree, yeah, it's somewhat impressive that a sober Jacopo is fairly confident he can take Gratian in a fight at this point. I mean, even just the size differential, also, you would think that... I think at this point it's just ego. He can't give up or say no. Because he doesn't want to lose.
I had a blast today. Danced my butt off, talked my mouth off. Got myself one heck of a goose egg. The bumps were not part of the plan. But yeah, I had a pretty good time too. Only wish we could have gotten some meat. Oh, same, boss, same. But it was a good day anyway. It's exciting getting to go out with everyone. What about you, Morgs? Did you have fun? Y- yes, I did. Sweet beans! Of everything that happened today, I'd say that my favorite has to be the Jackie and Beefcake brawling.
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
Of course, you can just go down to the pub and see that anytime you want. It's too bad Beefcake had to bail.
He apparently hasn't had his fill of excitement and went to meet up with some of the gang.
Wowee, Beefcake sure lives up to his name.
When it comes to vitality, I'd say you give Gratian a pretty damn good run for his money.
Oh yeah, and it was also nice to learn that Jackie's such a sweetheart. No good having a guy who doesn't really care about girls helping out at a brothel.
That would pose some problems, yes.
Though I gotta ask, you have your eye on anyone in particular, Jackie?
Well, how many times are you going to bring that up?
I'm glad you're looking out for us, but you gotta look out for yourself too. Relieve some stress every once in a while. So, if you got your eye on someone, I say go for 'em, even if it's someone you work with.
Is she also on the Gratian train?
So, how about it? Do ya, don't ya?
Sorry, but I have never much cared for this sort of talk.
Ugh, you're no fun.
And what about you?
Well, you know how it goes. A girl only brings the subject up because she's itching for someone to turn around and ask her. Wait, no, I never. So, do ya? Because I can totally pull some strings for you. I've been in this business long enough that I've got contacts everywhere. Well,
It's a simple yes or no question.
I might have my eye on someone. See what I tell you. So who is it? Who's the lucky bastard? Ain't telling.
All right then, if you won't give a name, describe him for me.
Um, hmm. Eh, he's he's got trouble expressing his feelings.
Go on.
He kind of looks angry a lot of the time.
Oh yeah?
He can be pretty haughty. What else? But I think he's a pretty great guy.
Is that so? What are you glaring at me for, Maria?
That's nowhere near enough info to go on, I know. But if you do figure it out, don't say anything.
Oh, no, 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 no. That was more than enough information.
But I hear you. You want to take things at your own pace. No problem. But I know I don't have a chance, so I'm not going to try and pursue him or anything. As long as he's happy, that's what matters most. Even if it means he doesn't pick me. I want him to focus on what matters to him most.
Sharon. God, you're such a little sweetheart. That old oaf doesn't deserve you. I'll find someone who will treat you right.
Well, thanks.
Okay, now. I'm pretty sure I'm not being presumptuous and assuming, but I never would have guessed.
Okay, now you're up, Morgs. Who do you... Hey, is that you, Sharon?
You got some guts showing your face around here. What's this old drunkard's problem? Doesn't look like someone I'd want to associate with. You know this man, Sharon?
Yeah. He was a client where I used to work, I think.
Gotcha. You have any idea how bad you fucked me over, you little slut?
Stop pulling on me!
Like hell, you need a good whipping. Actually, what you need is a... Ow! You need to watch your damn temper, drunkard. What the fuck is your problem? Get your hands off of me. I'd like to know what your problem is. This one here, I need her to do business. You prepared to pay for any damages you cause? Because from where I'm standing, you sure don't look like you're swimming in money. You little... I'm sure even in your drunken stupor, you know what the smart thing to do would be. Okay, fine. I won't touch her, so get your goddamn hands off of me. So I take it you're working down in the slums now, Sharon? Couldn't think of a better place for you to end up, you walking scourge. I thought I told you to back the hell off. No, 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 no. Let's not get physical. We've already got bad enough of a reputation with the rest of the city. One little black eye isn't gonna change it that a damn bit. Chill, chill. Let me take it from here. My fine sir, it sounds as though you and one of our girls have a bit of bad blood between you. I offer you my sincerest apologies, so could you perhaps consider this all water under the bridge? And why should I? How about this? You can cop a feel, right here, right now, completely free of charge. What the? Maria! For a slum rat, you ain't too bad to look at. Alright then, you got yourself a deal. Excellent. Then come on over. You little... Gah! I could almost hear the sound of his balls being crushed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was going to give you a little massage, but my hand seems to have slipped. You bitch. You fucking bitch. You're not very intimidating when you're hunched over and squirming, you know. God. I'll call the guards, you slum rat. They'll take care of you. Oh, and what are you gonna say? Help, please, that woman grabbed my balls and now I can't walk straight. They'll be too busy laughing to do anything. Just you wait, you little bitch. You will pay for this, I swear to God. Don't you show your ugly mug around me ever again. Ugh, I need to find somewhere to wash my hands now. Boss, that was amazing. I think terrifying is a better word. You let me know if anyone else comes looking for a fight. I've got your back. And my loyalty for life. God, I never want to get on her bad side. But don't you want to know what I did at the last place? If you want to talk, I'm all ears. And if you don't, that's fine too. Everyone catches their fair share of shit in this line of work. Money problems, people problems, we all got problems. But even if you did screw up somehow, you're like family now. I'm not gonna toss you out onto the streets over a couple little blunders. Boss. And you've got more than just me on your side. Isn't that right? I certainly wouldn't have stepped in if I didn't have some interest in your safety. Jackie. Thank you. You were pretty impressive too. You had that guy's arm all twisted up in no time flat. Yeah, but Maria was the really impressive one. I can see why you're the gang's number two. Indeed. Oh, is that blush I see? Are you blushing? I am not. Honestly, if we want to cause a revolution, just have Maria lead it. I'd love to see the Lord all hunched over because she's grabbed his balls. Family is someone who won't throw you onto the streets. That's what they're supposed to be. I hope that my father will not forsake me. Morgana? What? You're being so quiet. And this is new? I guess not. It wasn't as bad as you thought it would be, was it? You're right, it wasn't. And we can do this again whenever you want. We'll gladly invite you. Or if you're feeling up to it, you can even invite us somewhere. It won't take long before you acclimate to all the excitement, to being around other people, interacting with them. Then you'll be able to enjoy yourself even more. Just thinking about it has me excited. Imagining you out there talking to people, smiling, laughing, acting like a girl your age. The day can't come soon enough. You know, you're dreadfully insensitive. What? How does that make me insensitive? It just does. Morgana, you really need to... Hey, get a move on, you two. We're heading back. I'm sorry. I'm coming. But, hey! I guess Maria was trying to lead a revolution in Door 7. That did go nowhere, but to be fair to her, there was also a lady with magic blood being locked up in a tower that she had not factored in for good reason.
Morgs, let's sleep together tonight, Morgs. You act like this is some kind of special occasion. You come sleep with me every night you don't work. Only on days I don't work. It's not like I'm off every day, so yeah, I'd say it's a special occasion. I had a very long day, so I would really like to. Hey! I had a super great time today. It's kind of felt like you've been distant lately, so it was really nice being able to spend the day with you. I haven't been. So, you don't hate me or anything then? No, I don't. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have any reason at all to feel anything so hostile towards her. But for some reason, I do feel a strange discomfort in her presence. Whenever I see her talking to someone, laughing with them, something unpleasant wells up in my chest. What is that feeling? I don't understand the things I feel. We should go out again sometime. I should get to sleep as well. I can forget about everything in my dreams. This unpleasantness in my chest, this lump in my throat. Absolutely everything. Mother, Mother, you agreed with me. You said I was right. So why are you taking money from that man? Mother, why? Because you're worthless to me.
Cheers! A saint's blood and good fortune to all. Oh, I almost forgot. You need to eat too, don't you, daughter of God? I'm told consuming meat increases the amount of blood your body produces, so I've acquired some special exotic meat just for you. I and all my guests desire is a good time. You are nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment. All that matters is that you continue to play the role of a saint. You're a damned witch wearing a saint's skin.
Are you okay, Morgs? Yeah, I'm fine. You don't look fine at all. You're paler than a ghost. What's wrong? Are you sick? Hold on, I'll go get someone. Don't. What? Don't get anyone. But you're. I'm fine. As I said, I apologize for waking you. Go back to sleep. I can't just go back to sleep with you looking like that. This isn't the first time this has happened, Morgs. I haven't mentioned it before, but you sometimes toss and turn real bad in your sleep, groaning and whimpering like you're in pain. Do you have nightmares about the places you used to be? I don't like to see you hurting, Morgs. You can tell me anything. It'll take some of the weight off to get it out. Then everything can all be happy and smiles again. Talking. That's it. Let the bad memories out. Replace them with all the fun we have. Stop talking. Huh? No. Stop acting like you know anything about me. That's not what I want to say. I'm not like you. I can't switch everything off and laugh like nothing is wrong. I must keep the ugliness inside. I can't let it out. Stop trying to make me into something I'm not and never will be. I can't stop. I can't keep it in. Stop trying to drag me down into your world, to rip me from my identity. Make it stop. Stop trying to make me into a normal girl. Please make it stop. Morgs. Hey, what's all the racket? Quiet down, would ya? I was almost asleep. I'm sorry. Hold on, Morgs. Where are you going? Get back here. pre-dawn air slithered over my skin. It crawled down my throat, warm and humid and unpleasant. It didn't cool me down as I had hoped it would, instead causing the heat within to build up further as I ran. The tight, squeezing, nauseating feeling swelled. My heart and spirit, which I had believed to be pure and clean and sacred, were now a putrid mire. The filthy air of the slums tainted me. This isn't who I am! This isn't me! With no goal, no direction in mind, I dashed down a barely lit alleyway. I don't let my emotions run wild. I know how to control my words.
Honey, that's just puberty.
I don't feel animosity without reason. That's not what I'm supposed to be. I knew good and well Jaren had meant me no ill will. Jaren, Maria, him, they all had the best intentions. I wasn't so blind as to not realize that. Those good intentions simply annoyed me to no end. And that, I finally realized, was what I was feeling. That was the source of all my discomfort. Every act of kindness felt as though it was being forced on me, as though everyone was walking on eggshells around me. Every kind thing someone did only made me feel that much more pitiful. A life of cheer and excitement seemed like a distant dream, and I hated myself for how inferior that made me feel. But I couldn't take the hands being offered to me either. A couple years earlier, I would not have felt any of this, any of these ugly, sad, pathetic emotions. If anything, I would have been proud that I had no place among regular people. So why was it all so agonizing now? Why did I feel like I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs? At some point in my frenzy, I had made my way fairly deep into the slums. Sunrise was approaching, but the stench of alcohol still hung thick in the air. And mixed in was a wide array of sharp body odors and excrement. Remaining here was unwise. However, I wasn't sure which way to go to get back out.
Hey, chum, would you look at that? A girl it is. Happy days. And I've got the coin to go down to the whorehouse.
I have to get out of here.
Oh, kind of dash she is. Wonder how far she'll make it on them twiggy legs. A little resistance just makes it more exciting.
Oh, Father, please lead me from this place.
Hold on a sec. Look at the girl's face. Huh? Who gives a rat's ass if she's ugly? What in the flying fuck is wrong with her face? She might have some kind of disease. Oh, hell no. Me Pecker ain't getting nowhere near that. Let's get out of here before we catch whatever she's got. And here I was getting my hopes up. You and your disease can piss right off. Well, you know what, man? You can piss right off. Like, no one asked you.
As the men walked off, it wasn't relief that welled up within me. My knees gave out and I fell to the hard ground. I trembled, not in fear, but in unmitigated despair. Their harsh words cut into me like so many blades. I'm not diseased. I'm pure, holy. My body and my blood are divine. I hadn't forgotten that was how people saw me. My nightmares did well enough to ensure I couldn't. Every time I passed by a mirror, I couldn't avoid the dreadful sight of my own face. My skin was rough and patchy every time I reached up to touch it. But even with those constant reminders, my time at the brothel, nobody had ever acted outwardly prejudiced. They treated me like I was anyone else. At the festival, no one had said a word. But it struck me now that the only reason for that was because I was there with others. I had a renewed awareness of my own unpleasantness. A renewed awareness that no one saw me as a saint, but a hideous witch. That even desperate, drunk, homeless men wanted nothing to do with me. My spirits shriveled. Anger welled up within me. I wanted nothing more than to scream. But I knew that if I did, it would only make me feel that much worse about myself. There you are! I've been looking all over! Morgs! It's not safe to be out at this hour. There's still all sorts of scary people in the streets. Let's go back, Kay? Come on. If I said anything to hurt or upset you, I'm sorry. I'm not good at the whole picking up on what people are feeling thing. Just stop. What? I don't want your pity. Huh? I hate being treated like that. I hate the way you're always acting like you feel sorry for me. I hate it. I can't stand it. No, that's not it. I don't. And I hate you. I don't hate you. You're just You're just a filthy whore. A dirty, blasphemous whore. Morgana, why? You had a friend. You had a friend. And
Yeah, she absolutely really bought into the not like other girls mentality. And, it's really interesting because I'm wondering why, like, looking at the tidbits that we've seen from her past, her mother didn't really push the whole saint thing. Like, she did a little bit when she could profit off of it. But it seems like Morgana is the one who reinforced that for herself. So she's made her own problem. Which, like, yeah, she was a kid when she was doing it. So, I mean, she's a kid now, but she was a kid when she was doing it. So it's hard to blame her for it, but
stop. Stop talking. This isn't how I actually feel. You're as impure as they come. I don't want to hurt you. You think your chastity is meaningless. You're just an animal. In fact, I envy your optimism, your unwavering positivity. I don't need your sullied pity. I'm so much more pure, so much more holy than you could ever hope to be. I hate myself more than anyone. I hate that I can't make it stop, that I keep saying these things I don't mean. Yeah, you're right. I'm not pure. You're absolutely right. What? You've got the purest heart of anyone. I know that, so you don't need to get mad or sad or anything. What is wrong with you? How can you say that? 'Cause it's true. Get angry. Huh? Did you not hear all the terrible things I said about you? Get angry at me. Insult me back. Hurt me as much as I hurt you. I... I'm not hurt, though. I'm not mad or upset about anything you said, so I have no reason to say anything mean to you. Of course she's not. No matter how much vitriol I spit, it just slides right off of her. She remains unscathed. Meanwhile, I only get uglier and uglier. Morgs? What's going on? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. What's wrong, Morgs?
I am actually going to make myself hyperventilate. I'm not going to do any more of the breathing noises so I can say the rest of the stuff and not, collapse on stream. But, oh God, what do I do? Will rubbing your back make it better? It's not helping at all. Someone, she needs help. Hey, you there, what's the ruckus? Uh, what? Sharon? And Morgana? What's going on? What are you doing here? Jackie! Morg just suddenly started having trouble breathing, and nothing I do is making it better. Stand back. Okay. She's hyperventilating. Okay, Morgana, listen to me. I need you to calm yourself. You need to exhale. Breathe out. Don't worry. It'll all be over soon. Slowly. Breathe out slowly. That's good. I'll be right here the whole time. Don't you worry one bit. No one's going to hurt you. You're safe now. You're okay.
Oh, thank goodness. It looks like she's all better. I was scared stiff. We're lucky you showed up, Jackie.
What were you doing out this early, though? The gang takes shifts doing patrols. I happen to be on duty right now. I'd like to ask you the same thing. What the hell are the two of you doing in this rat's nest?
About that. Lots of reasons.
And none of them is an excuse for two young girls to be alone in a place like this. You're prime targets for the kind of scumbags who tried to go after you.
No one came after us. No one would target someone who looks like me. I have all the proof I need of that.
Then what caused that? Morgana.
Hey, I'm gonna head back, Jackie.
That's a good idea. I'll accompany the two of you.
No, I'll be fine on my own. The sun's out and all the scary people have gone away.
Excuse me? You're going back alone.
Well, I figure Morgs needs some time to calm the rest of the way down, and there's too many people at the brothel to do it there. So if you'd take her somewhere nice and quiet, that'd be amazing. I'll let Maria know.
Somewhere quiet? Such as. I mean, she's got the graveyard. It seems a little, morbid, but.
See you later. Wait. Hey, Sharon.
And she's gone. I'm so worried, like, that something is going to happen to her, honestly. Because I was worried when she was trying to calm Morgana down that those homeless men were going to come back and target her instead. And that was going to be, like, Morgana was going to feel worse about that because it was her fault that she was out at all. And there's still a concern that I have, but hopefully that's not it. Where can I take her that's quiet? Without a lot of people? Is there even a... There is one place. So, Morgana, if you, would rather go back to the brothel, let me know, okay? But anyway, by process of elimination, there's only one place I can take you that satisfies all the requirements given. I assure you that under any other circumstances, this would not be my first choice, and I am only proposing it because there is no other suitable option. So, yeah. You can come back to my place. We have had this whole thing about how no one comes to the graveyard, but whatever. Now, don't get any strange ideas. I swear on my honor, I have no intention of doing anything to you. Not that I would even have any interest in doing such things to a child like you. So, with that in mind, would you rather go there or back to the brothel? I would like to get out of here sooner rather than later. So, if you could make a decision, I'd really appreciate it. Morgana.
I don't want to go back to the brothel yet.
Alright then. Off we go, I guess.
Okay.
Do you need help getting up?
My legs have given out.
Grab my shoulders. I'll carry you. Come on now, hurry it up.
I was never one to initiate physical contact with anyone. I acted as though I simply didn't like it, but in truth, I was probably more scared than anything. How was I even supposed to offer these scar-ridden hands to anyone? How was I even supposed to approach someone with most of the skin on my face missing? I could tell myself again and again that every scar was a sign of my sacred sacrifice. But in what I had once felt pride, now I only felt disgust. I lamented the wounds obscuring my skin, and for the first time, I sincerely wished for them all to heal, as any other girl my age might. Then I wouldn't have to feel like I was ugly. I wouldn't have to hesitate to offer my hand. I wouldn't have any reservations about him touching me.
Poor girl. The sun's coming up. Look at that. Pretty impressive, huh? The sun's light even reaches this deep, dark corner of the world. I mean, of course it does, but I don't know. For some reason, it seems particularly bright today. Hey, Morgana? Can I ask how you ended up here? What happened? Did you get in a fight with Jaren?
Something like that.
Huh, well, that's something you don't see every day. But I guess whenever you have more than one person in the same place, problems are going to arise eventually. Sharon can be, well, a bit excessively frank, so I'm sure she didn't mean to hurt you, whatever she said.
No, It wasn't her. I lashed out at her, unprovoked.
Now that I have difficulty imagining. You always seem to be in control of your emotions. Actually, no. I was just reminded of this too. But as mature as you may seem, you're still only 11. There's nothing unusual about that, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Stop thinking of me like I'm a normal girl.
You are, no matter what you say. At least, you are to me. You're allowed to yell at someone if you're upset with them. You're allowed to get in a fight if you're having a bad day. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel whatever you need to feel. You don't have to hold it in.
Those are all things mere people do.
And like I just said, you are a regular person. You're no different from me, or Maria, or Sharon, or anyone else.
Any other day, I would argue the point further. Calling me normal is akin to denying me my very identity. But right now, the word feels so welcoming, to the point I would feel bad finding him over it. I wonder, what's so different about today?
Hey, I'm sorry.
What? You have nothing to apologize for.
Not today, but the festival. I feel like I was trying to force you to have a good time. In fact, whenever you acted like you weren't, it got on my nerves. It frustrated me how I was trying so hard and you seemed to be trampling my efforts. And I've been doing that for a long time now. I frequently get upset at your harsh words when I'm applying ointment. But I'm realizing what seems charitable and generous from my point of view isn't exactly the same from yours. So, I'm sorry for constantly being so presumptuous. I won't try to coerce you into going to the festival next year.
You're not yourself today.
Excuse me? In what way?
You're unusually open. I never thought you would come to that realization, let alone apologize for any of it.
It certainly wasn't in my initial plans for the day. But for whatever reason, having you so close seems to have that effect on me. And for you too, if I may be so presumptuous.
So it does.
Well, we're on the same page about one thing. That said, I don't intend to back down on the ointment. I'm doing it because I want to. So just tell yourself you're generously allowing me to have my way if you would. Are you okay with that?
You already said you weren't going to back down, so why are you even asking? Do as you please.
That I will.
But I won't stop complaining either.
I'll have to practice not letting it get under my skin as much then. Yeah.
To this day,
Yeah? What's up?
to this day, I've never forgotten what my life was like 2 years ago. I have dreams. I have nightmares about it. My episode back there was caused by one of those flashbacks.
Well, damn, that'd do it.
I can't escape from the nightmares. They're always there, always right behind me. Sometimes I can feel the pain like I'm there again. Sometimes it's even worse than the real thing. I fear sleep. Will I ever be free from the Lord's terror?
You will. You never have to see him again. And you can beat those dreams. It'll take time, but you can do it. He won't be able to terrorize you forever.
Can I really beat them?
Absolutely. If he shows up in your dreams, just close your eyes. Do anything you can to erase him from your mind. Banish all your memories of him. Do that enough times, and before you know it, you'll actually start forgetting about him, until eventually every trace of him will be gone. Nothing that terrible will ever happen again. You have my word. You can believe me. Everything will be okay. The Lord's not long for this world anyway, given how much hatred he's garnered from his people. And in any event, should it come to it, I'll take his head off myself.
Don't do anything to put your life at risk.
Huh?
If you end up dying, I'll have nightmares of a different variety.
Fair enough. You know, you're not acting much like yourself today either. That caught me off guard. Not in a bad way, though.
I take it back. Burn in hell.
Thanks.
I was wondering,
Hmm?
will there be another festival next year?
You mean midsummer? It's an annual celebration, so yeah, there'll be another festival. Though with the way things are going, I expect it'll keep getting smaller and smaller in scale. Why do you ask? Morgana?
I would not be opposed to going again next time.
Don't think you have to if you don't want to.
I don't.
Well, alright. Would it be presumptuous for me to assume you enjoyed yourself then?
I can't say I especially did, no.
I don't get it. Why are you saying you'll go next year if you had a bad time this year?
Because I get the feeling that might change with time.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright. Then I'll remind you when the time comes. Next year, the year after, and every year after that.
you do that.
So, hey, are you still planning to head out on your own when you get older?
I am, yes.
So, nothing's changed there, huh?
All I do there is take up space.
That's that's not your reason for wanting to leave, is it? You know that's not true. You keep the place clean and cook for the girls and do plenty else to help out. If anything, I'd say you only take up space far less than the other kids your age.
When I was younger, I did so much more to help so many others. I may as well be lazing around and doing nothing compared to what I was once able to accomplish.
You know, I've avoided asking this question for a while, but what was your life like before you ended up here? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I am the daughter of.
Hmm? Morgana?
Why can I not bring myself to say I am the daughter of God? That I am a saint? That I'm not like the rest of you? That my blood has miraculous powers? It's all the truth, so why? Why do I so fear acknowledging that I'm not one of them? I I am the daughter of the church, and I helped spread the word of God.
I assumed it was something like that. Did you grow up in a church then?
Something of the sort.
Huh. Well, the past is the past. What you did then, what you could do then, isn't necessarily what you have to do now. As far as I'm concerned, you're more than pulling your weight. If you don't want to stay at the brothel, that's one thing, but don't feel like you're not contributing enough.
Tell me,
What?
tell me about when you were younger.
Why?
Or don't, you don't have to.
I never said I wouldn't, I'm just surprised to see you showing any interest in me. Today's just full of surprises. I think I mentioned how I don't remember much about my childhood. I have vague memories of how the language sounded, as well as wheat fields stretching as far as the eye can see. I loved just sitting and watching as it swayed back and forth in the wind, like waves in an ocean of gold. I assume my parents were there with me, though I can't say for sure. I just remember they were pleasant days. I don't remember where I was born, or what it was called, only that it was somewhere far from here.
How did you end up in this city? Do you really not remember?
I I assume I was sold off. I found an opportunity and managed to escape, running and running and running for who knows how many days, until a city came into view, and into the slums I went. I only have scattered fragments of memories at that time. I assume it was so unpleasant my mind shut it all out.
I thought family were supposed to be those who wouldn't throw you out onto the streets.
Huh?
That's what Maria said.
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she? Not every family's the same. Some will, some won't. My guess is that they were financially unable to keep me. But, nothing says you have to be blood related to be family. Maybe the first one throws you out. Doesn't mean you can't go out and find yourself a new one.
What happens next?
What?
In your story, what happens next?
Oh, you want me to keep going? I was kind of hoping you'd gotten bored. But all right. Living in the slums, surviving day to day was my first priority. I was too young to get any real work, so I became a thief.
Heathen.
Shall I burn in hell? I bet I'm completely irredeemable in your eyes. I've stolen, lied, and deceived, and even killed people.
What?
I killed several guards in the slave revolt. And that wasn't the first time either. Even as a child, my hands were not free of blood.
You are a sinner. A vile, wretched, miserable sinner.
That I am.
Burn in hell.
I'm sure I will once I'm dead.
When you were younger, why did you kill?
Maria's told you about what the brothel used to be like, right? Real run down and smaller than it is now.
She has, yes.
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood now, and back then it was even worse. Our gang hadn't formed up yet, so naturally we weren't doing peacekeeping work either. One day, back when Maria was 12 and I was 14, a thief broke into the brothel. He attempted to rape her. As I watched the man knock her down, climb on top of her, my blood boiled. All I could think about was getting him off of her. And so I killed him. It was the first time I had ever taken someone's life. I was shaking from head to toe for I don't even know how long.
I could never imagine that happening to Maria.
She's a tough woman, absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was calmer than me, but she was still only 12 at the time. Right about your age, in fact. Strong as she may have been, she couldn't have possibly overpowered a full-grown man. The only reason I didn't end up dead is because I attacked him from behind while he was distracted. I understand good and well that murder is wrong, but sometimes it's you or them, and well, if you don't have the strength to kick back, the world will trample all over you until there's nothing left. I don't want to spend my life in constant servility, having everything taken from me, always on the losing side. I'm tired of being on the bottom. I want to climb higher, high enough to look out upon the whole wide world.
I see. And is that the same world you say you want to go out into?
It is.
And the world you keep saying you want to show me?
It absolutely is.
I see. That's not the world I want to see, though. But I have no right to trample on his dreams. Well, I hope you make it someday.
As do I. No, that doesn't go well. All right, we're almost there. See that building up ahead? I live on the second floor. Not the most comfortable place in the world, but it's a place to sleep and a roof over my head. Should suffice until you're feeling a little better. And don't worry, I'll sleep on the floor. You can have the bed. So, yeah, take as much time as you... Morgana? She's asleep? Oh, for the love of God! So goddamn much for that? Oh well. Once I've got her tucked in, I should get some sleep myself. You know, I kind of feel like I've finally closed some of the gap between us, and I can only hope you feel the same. Sleep well, Morgana, and may you be free from your nightmares. Forever. Yeah, somewhere far away, Nellie mumbles, and there was only one bed in her sleep. Uh, Nellie would be the one to write fan fiction. I'm just calling it now. Morning already? Or is it the afternoon? Either way, it's about time I got up. Ugh, my back hurts like hell. Why? Oh, right, I slept on the floor and. Okay, and Morgana's singing. There was something oddly revitalizing about the sunlight shining in through the open window, and the summer breeze lacked its usual stifling heat, in fact, feeling quite pleasant against my cheeks. A pair of long burgundy braids danced gently in the wind. Ugh. Leaning against the windowsill and singing was a young girl, beads of light streaming out over her small robed body. I found myself staring, entranced by the sight. The ground where she stood seemed almost sacred, like it would be forever tainted if I set foot in it. The sound of her voice washed over me like a wave and seeped into my half asleep body, permeating every fiber of my being. An indescribable amalgam of feelings welled up in my breast. It was a feeling similar to the first time I had heard her sing, only incomparably more profound. It took everything I had to keep the fire from appearing on my face, spilling from my lips. I simply sat there in silence, taking in the sight and sound. When she slowly turned to face me, the sunlight now illuminating her silhouette. Oh, I thought you were still asleep. She doesn't have her scars. So it was psychosomatic? I thought she still had them by the time she died. Good morning. Uh, Morgana, your face. What of it? Also, that is not the skin tone of a living person. Like, she's the color of a corpse. Girl needs to get some sunlight or something and eat more. I don't know exactly what you have to do to turn gray, but in a half frenzy, I scrambled over to the window and grabbed her by the shoulders. Her eyes went wide for a moment, but she didn't shove me aside, only stared. I could see my own reflection in her golden eyes. And then, as my eyes grew accustomed to the light, oh, no, uh, I saw her, as she was, face covered in the same marks I knew so well. What's wrong? Did you forget I was here? I could only imagine how stupid my face looked in that moment, mouth hanging awkwardly half agape as I attempted a chuckle, only a sigh managing to make it up and out of my throat. Sorry, still not all the way awake. Was the face I had seen a mere illusion? A fantasy conjured up by my mind? Almost certainly. It was nothing more than a figment of my imagination. But I wanted it to be what she looked like when she healed. And I wanted more than ever to finally see it for real. Because I was standing so close, she had to tilt her head back more than usual to see me, resulting in her face, usually concealed by her hood, being exposed to the sunlight. Even covered in grotesque marks, I was close enough to make out the precise outline of her face, the exact shape of her eyes, the perfect straight line of her nose. With each passing moment, that vision began to seem more and more real. I summoned the image of her healed face once more. Standing before me was a girl who could easily pass as a noble, a beauty and dignity to match her impeccable singing voice. Imposing though she was, I was certain her smile would be filled with warmth. Um, is something the matter? Why are you staring at me? I I know I'm hideous. You don't have to tell me. So get back. Morgana, what? I think I might love you. Jacopo, what the fuck, man? Excuse me? The words came out entirely independent of my own will. I didn't grasp the meaning of what I had just said, Until after I realized her brow was furrowed in perplexity. Until after, like a total buffoon, I thought, why is Morgana giving me that look? A chill ran down my spine as I finally began to comprehend the absurdity of what I had said. Uh, I mean, Not a single excuse came to mind. All my words simply vanished into a thick white fog. What had I said to her again? What had I said to this little girl? I loved her? Me? In love with a child?
Is that so? Why, thank you.
You sure don't sound surprised. How can she remain so calm? I'm barely keeping it together here.
I don't see why I would be. You're only telling me what I already know.
What? Say again? She already knew how I felt? I didn't even know how I felt.
You care for everyone at the brothel.
Uh, uh,
You love all the girls at the brothel like they're your family. It's quite obvious from your actions. I suppose it doesn't hurt to put into words every once in a while. But in any case, you've made your feelings quite clear. You've made it clear that I count as one of them.
the only thing that's clear here is that you don't understand the first thing about my feelings. No, I meant...
Huh?
Jacopo, honey, you got a second chance at this. Don't fucking blow it. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, oh, this man is hopeless. Exactly. He said this under the influence of the same force that compelled him to put the flower in his hair. Do I really want to tell her right here, right now, that no, my feelings for her are different? Use your damn head, Jacopo. She's 11 years old. And you're 21. Holy shit, man. She's an 11-year-old. What the hell's gotten into you? Yeah, I meant it exactly like that. You took the words right out of my mouth.
I see. Well, I'll say it means a lot to me to be seen the same as everyone else.
Morgana.
I said nothing. You heard nothing.
God, what is happening to me? I have no idea what's going on anymore. Nothing makes the damnedest bit of sense. I was having a difficult time accepting how taken I seemed to be with this girl, with this child. I covered my face with my hands, groaning and trying my best not to pay any mind to the pair of perplexed eyes I could feel staring a hole through me. And I thought, I have to at least wait until she turns 16. Yeah! Or, wild thought, how about just not? Ever. Sorry, man. Another 7 months passed, bringing them 3 years from their first encounter. Okay. So we're on the final year now. I think we're going to end here if we are at a time skip. Because I feel like that's a good place to end. Yeah. Cool. Next stream is... What is today? Today's Thursday. The holiday in the middle of the week keeps getting me. So next stream is Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I don't think I have any announcements. Not that I can think of. But one of these days I will actually write them down before stream so that I'm not sitting here on the spot. But today is not that day. Yeah. Who knows? Thanks for hanging out. As a reminder, there is the link to our YouTube channel below. If you click on that, you can see all of our previous streams and go check out what we've played before, including the original House and Fata Morgana. Go take a look, and we will be back on Sunday. Thanks all. Have a good night.